Hi everyone, welcome to the next lesson. I love this idea. I will try to translate it into English. It sounds like the depression cannot get into the moving target. So if the target moves, the depression cannot get into this. You got the meaning, right? The easiest way to overcome stagnation, apathy, low energy is to start to move, because when we move, our cells creates mitochondria, and this gives us energy. It is the same as light for plants not plants. So a lot of plants cannot live without light. People cannot live without movement. But when you are in depression or when you feel empty, I know this state very well. When any moment you do not need to act, to move, to work, you prefer to lay down. You do not have energy at all and you can't move. What to do then? Because I had clients, I recommended them go for a walk, start to do yoga or dance, and they told me, I don't have any energy, sorry, I can't do this. What to start with is micro movement or micro contact with your body. What do I mean is, if you don't have energy at all, do micro movement. Maybe it is 3 minutes of movement laying down on your bed, or maybe it is a simple, 5 cycles of breath. Maybe it is maybe this exercise. Moms always use tapping to calm their babies. Why don't we use this? Because this movement gives our nervous system signal that everything is okay, you are safe. So there is an exercise when you cross your hands on your chest and you tap yourself like this, and your nervous system relaxes, calms down. So micro movements, micro contact with your body will help. Start with them. It doesn't take you a lot of efforts to start to breathe when you're laying down in your bed, right? But concentrating on the breathing, your mind can follow only one direction. If you focus on your breath, you cannot be focusing on your thoughts. It is already very good therapy. Also, contact with water, maybe shower, maybe more shower during the day. Anything that helps you to feel your body again. Massage, sauna, swimming, walking. I love the therapy. I would say it is a therapy. When you go for a walk, you do not listen to anything, or you might listen your audiobook or songs, or maybe classical songs. When I feel burnout, I pause all my things I need to do and I go for a walk. It might be 3 days in a row, 5 days in a row, and I walk, because when we walk, our body creates energy itself. No magic, it's physiology. So we need to move, at least micro movement or micro contact with our body, and celebrate every single micro step. Celebrate. And let me tell you something else. If we go to the ancient people, what they did always, they danced and they sang songs. Why they did this? It brings them vitality. And for those of us especially who are very attached to all these spiritual practices, I myself for many years chose seated meditation or singing mantras. But in my past, I'm a professional dancer, and I led I taught Zumba classes for 8 years, and then I started to learn more psychology, coaching, all different modalities, and I became more attached to this work, you know. And recently, couple of months ago, I came back from my retreat and I was exhausted. I was very tired. When you lead retreat, especially when you did a lot of work before the retreat and you work hosting the retreat, and then you come back and you need to do your work again. So I burned out, and one day I felt I do not want even listen to these mantras or sit into meditation. I put I put on not what put, I turned on playlist of Tony Robbins, just pop music, and my body started to move, and I was surprised, and I questioned myself after that. Why didn't I have this idea earlier, many years? So I decided to come back to dance again. I had a break for more than 3 years when I didn't taught Zumba. Now I came back because I understand it is a simple movement, but when you move and you listen to the music and you make some sounds, it naturally brings your energy back. I want to tell you more. Leading Zumba for many years, I had a lot of women who came to me during the hardest periods in their life. They lost someone who they love, or health issues. I had women with cancer, and they were able to go through these hardest periods in their life with dancing, and dance helped them a lot. My mom also, she lived in a very deep depression for, I would say, at least 3 years. And after that, after 3 years of deep depression and huge level of stress, because they divorced with my stepfather. He had a heart attack. But what helped her to stay for this period, it was Zumba. She danced. She learned to teach Zumba, and she started to teach Zumba, and it was the fuel for her for more than 3 years. So find a way to move and keep moving. Nothing crazy, nothing expensive. Something very easy, but keep moving. It will it will rise your energy up in a natural way. It's not a quick dopamine, it's not coffee, it's not energetics, it's not something external. It is your internal source of energy. But if you are in a situation when it is too hard for you to do full dance class or strength class or yoga class, start with micro movement, micro contact. Keep came back to your body again. Get out of your head, because there are only expectations and strugglings, and get back to your body and feel it.